Hey everyone, this is Eric with Shire Lawns. This is a video to give you a little idea of who I am, where I came from, and how I ended up in the lawn service business. I have kind of done a little bit of everything. I would consider myself a master of none, but have a lot of things that I've done throughout my life. I'm 37 years old, so I'm not that old, but I'm also not super young. I know a lot of people get into this industry at a very young age. Technically, I did. I did a little rinky-dink style lawn business in my neighborhood when I was 15, 16 years old, and did it for cash, did it for anybody that would be willing to take on a 15, 16-year-old to cut their yard, and I love doing it. It's kind of always been a passion of mine. I look forward to every single cut that I do at my own property, and that's been the case ever since I was allowed to drive a lawnmower and get out and do that. I tend to be very drawn towards mechanical things. I love cars, anything that moves, really. So, but here's a little bit about me. So I came from Florida. That's where I was born. Ended up in Delaware, where I live now, and I've been here for quite a while. My family is military, so we actually didn't move a ton, but we moved to the DC area, did a couple little tries there, and then ended up in Delaware. My family's originally from Pennsylvania, but a lot of them moved to Delaware. So if you're wondering, like, why the heck did you go to Delaware? It makes more sense because we have family here. I went to school. I went to Liberty University. I actually did some community college here and then decided to go full time. I wanted the real college experience, took on student loans, did the whole, get a college degree and you'll get a great job kind of dream. I did an undergrad in biblical studies, which I am not using right now, maybe one day. But through the process of getting married, meeting my wife, graduating, and then working for the university, we both did our master's degree in business because it was a nice perk for working with the university. They paid for your education. So I have a master's in business. I have not used an ounce of it in the last however long that has been, 15 years or so. I went from graduating from college in 2011 with my undergrad, working at the post office for the university, to then working as an advisor in the college to help other kids kind of figure out their path through their degrees. And then I took a leap of faith into the mortgage world, which I knew nothing about at all. I heard it was really good money. A friend of mine that I worked with previously was getting into it, and he invited me to come check it out. I did, said yes, and started working as an assistant with zero knowledge. And to be honest, I spent a year and a half there. It did not really go that well. There was a lot of different circumstances that kind of led to that, but it ended up leading to me getting fired from that job, not because I did anything wrong. It just was a relationship thing that didn't quite work out. But you know what? It led to something awesome. So I reached out to a really good friend of mine that owned a mortgage company at one point, and then had transitioned into working for a mortgage company. And I reached out to him to see if there was any chance he needed somebody on his team, and he did. So he hired me as a loan officer assistant. I came in with a tiny little bit of knowledge from the previous job, and he helped me through the last 9 years to go from pretty much no knowledge to, I would say, very well, rounded in the knowledge base for loans. And some of you might be like, dude, why did you leave the loan world? Like, mortgages, you can make a lot of money there, right? Yeah, you can do really well, but there's a lot of things that I was not very excited about in the industry. One of which is that it's probably, I wouldn't say the most, but it's one of the most regulated jobs and positions that you can have in the US. The thumb of the government is literally pressed on you all the time, and things are constantly changing for the worse, in my opinion. Things are just getting way over regulated, and it's frustrating. You want to be able to help people buy homes, but then you have to go through the whole rigmarole of all of the different rules and regulations and credit scores and things like that. So didn't fall in love with it, but I did enjoy my time. I learned a ton, not only about the mortgage world and everything about how rates and finance works in that world, but also the world of marketing. You may not know this, but in the mortgage world, you don't market to clients directly. You market to realtors. They are your number one source. And so I got to watch someone who was very good at that navigate all the different types and strategies of getting business with people that have connections to hundreds, if not thousands, of clients each year that could potentially come to us. So that was a big learning experience for me that I'm hoping to bring into this new industry. I mentioned the master's in business. I haven't really used much of that degree, but to some extent, I am using it now. Planning a business is difficult in many different ways. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it, and I'm going to save that for a different video. I'm going to go through the technical parts of starting a business, what to think through, what I thought through, as well as the marketing side of things. But I just want to throw out there that you don't necessarily have to have a business background. I would say that this is probably one of the most entry-level friendly jobs that you can start on your own. And I mean, you can have a push mower and go out and make money doing this if you're motivated enough. So we'll talk through all of that, and I'll give you some ideas of what I'm planning to do. As of right now, I'm 2 weeks into this, and I do have almost 10 clients. I say almost. I have 9 clients. I'm hoping to have more soon, and I am trying to work the advantage of my connections in my local area, as well as using social and print marketing to do that. So I appreciate you clicking on this video. Hope that some of this was interesting to you, and look forward to future videos where we go into some more detail on specific topics for this industry, and you'll be here to watch me succeed or fail, or maybe a little of both. And hopefully over the next couple of years, we'll be able to see what decisions and maybe even some things from my past have helped to grow the business. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an excellent day.